Hey guys, I just want to talk about my experience with GM Roadside. And a lot of people talked about negative experiences on the Corvette forums and elsewhere. And I kind of wanted to just call it a myth. I'm not saying that you can't mess up, but it was way better than I expected it, even before I heard anything bad about them. So, I have a 2019 Corvette C7 for people that don't know. And C7s, all of them, not just 2019s, but they have electric door handles, okay? When the car dies, which it did, after only sitting for 2 weeks, because apparently there was a drain, there was a problem with the hatch. It was closing fully, but the computer thought it wasn't, so there was a light on. So after 2 weeks, it died. You had to open the door. You have to go like this. There's a manual release inside if it dies, because some guy in a C5 died because it was too hot. So there's a manual release inside, which I'll show you right now. Quickly open the door. That's what's supposed to happen when it's not dead. And right here, there's manual release, pull it up, door opens from the inside, so you're safe if the battery dies. But from the outside, no such thing. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, in here, they have a clip. I'm not positive about McLaren's. This car doesn't. So if you guys can see this key, which is, just your C7 key. I had a carbon fiber case on it, but took it off. I'm gonna get another one. If you see this button right here, you push it, and then pull down, and out comes a physical key. Now this key is supposed to go, so you have your license plate right here. It's supposed to go to the right, in this hole right up here, if you can see it. I think you can. So what happens is you stick the key in the hole, into the key slot, turn it, it pops open. This car would not do that. The key slot was not in the right place. I don't know if that was done by GM, or if they just forgot to put it in the right place. It was a little over to the left, outside of the hole. Or if it started moving. I don't know. The car only has 3,000 miles. I'm assuming it was a mess up at the factory. So this key, which is your only way into the car if this thing's dead, literally the only way. Ask GM, only thing to get into the car. So I had them come roadside because there was no other choice. The problem is the menu for roadside doesn't have a lot of things, so I couldn't really describe what was happening, because if you call, it tells you to download the app, and I did that. And, it kind of worked. So I pressed lock. I didn't press lockout because the car was dead. So I didn't want them to bring it thinking they could just open the door. Like with their computer. It would have no signal. So they came and they're like, well, you need a lockout too. I'm like, well, I know that, but you can't press both things. So here's the deal. The first guy comes, tries to open it, can't do it. Second guy comes, he's going to tow it. It's got the parking brake on, but he said he'll put it on the lift. He wanted to see if he can get the key in. He used the hanger, found the key slot, and did it, but it took him like 20 minutes. But it's fine. He takes it to the dealer, they fix it, that's it. Roadside did a great job. They followed up, they called me, they sent me text reminds of whenever people were coming. I had a roadmap of how soon they were coming, and they came really fast. So that's my experience with Roadside. I think they did an amazing job. If you guys have had bad experiences, leave it in the comments below. If this is something you want to think about, I'm pretty sure you have it for 5 years, 60,000 miles. I'm not positive, but since it had a powertrain warranty, they checked out the battery. They would have replaced it if need be, but the battery checked out. I drove it home, charged it up for a while, got a long drive, and it's all back and new. So yes, it did take like 3 hours to get two trucks coming, but that was just because of the narrow menu. The responders called really fast. They called a lot, and GM themselves called. For some reason, their name showed up as spam, so if you see that, just know that could still be them. But they did a great job. The car got fixed. Now it's perfect. If it were any other brand, I think they would have messed up, and I think Chevy is owed a lot for that. They might need to fix their menu, expand it a little bit. That's my feedback for them. But other than that, I give it 5 stars, and feel free to use them instead of AAA or whatever sign-up service you have, because I think they do a great job. So until those 5 years are up, you can trust them. So I realized while editing that I forgot to thank GM for bringing a flatbed. That was awesome. They don't sell a lot of Corvettes. They sell a lot of other cars. So flatbed was great. Also, Millennium Chevrolet did great. If you want to buy a car, buy it from them. Take it to service, take it to them. They were great. Shout out to them. Thank you guys. Have a good night.